ahead.
For ours, we did the Toshiba SDK 510 DVD player. This is just a little history behind DVD players. The first one was created by Japanese electronics vendor Toshiba in '96. The domesticated public sales were March 31st, '97. They were like really expensive back then because they were just newer. So even in 1999, like 2 years after they were released, it was still over $400 for mean price. Just because of all like the streaming services that have come out recently and just in the last 10 years, DVD sales used to make up 64% of like US home video, but now they're down 86% from 2008 to 2018. This was just a production map. It didn't really like, it's very blurry, but like, so you can see there's a lot in Indonesia, Malaysia, China a lot as well, up into Russia, and then over in the US there's, let's see, what is that? I can't read it, but it's kind of just explaining how it's all over the place. There's also a lot of production in Europe. There were, when I was looking for videos on YouTube, like each production company has their own like YouTube just for their tours. But yeah. Do you want to read this? This is about pretty much when Blu-ray took over and Toshiba kind of backed out of the whole DVD creation in 2008. Because Blu-ray discs just took over. Like this one was just this was a snippet of the article, but it's kind of just saying like a lot of it, like Disney and News Corps were going to Blu-ray. Consumers were going to that as well, and they just had no chance to win. HD DVD was good technology because they switched over to HD in 2006, and they estimated 1 million customers, including 600,000 who are already in the US. But when shopping season came around with the new release of Blu-ray, kind of kicked them off the market, so they stopped producing ones in 2008 March. If you want to read this, you can kind of just hit the key points that you see. This is kind of just from the beginning, and this will be continued on the next slide. It's just the timeline. I think how late does it go? Go to the next one. It just goes to 98. Yeah. Yeah. Do we want to talk about this? We can.
That's good.
Okay. This is like a 10 video series of their electrical engineering plant. The tours were in 2013. That one's actually really interesting. This one here, click on this one. This one's kind of like what their area would look like in a production line area.
Automated has a really big production.
That's just a
great production line in this area. We have small, medium, and large lines. So this is a small production area here. And the corner.
And all the different parts are stored in those bins along the shelves.
Again, the same setup. We have straight inline assembly process, and we have our programming, we have our testing, and then one production.
Looks like an exciting job.
So excited. Okay, we feel better. And then this is just them trying to get you to buy their thing and saying how reliable they are. We can go to the next one. So this was a total part breakdown. Do you want to get the website?
So this is the disc tray, laser Reinhardt, or laser Rein, I don't know how to say that. So this is where the DVD would chill while you're like watching the movie or the show or whatever, and this thing right here would spin it around, I want to say, and then something over here would project a laser onto it to read what it had. Laser lens.
There's here, if you back up, they can see the motor that spins the disc.
Yeah, that's the motor that spins the disc. That's the whole thing without without being destroyed. Here's just a better view of this thing right here.
So this was just an overview of the circuit boards. We weren't going to go into that because that's just hundreds of diodes and resistors. But like this was just front and back. This was the still assembled with the top shell removed, so you could kind of see the inside components. This is that laser he was talking about over there. You can't really see it because that's the back of it, but this laser shines onto the DVD and then reads it while this motor spins it, and then it plays on your TV through those cords. There's the back of it. This is this full, this full part broken down. So you have your laser that shines that. This motor and then these two gears were hooked up to a little rubber belt, and then they moved this whole tray back and forth with that laser to read the different parts of the movie throughout the disc. And then there's that motor again that spins it. Pre-breakdown. I think that's it. We can go to the next one. These were all the testings we did, just like with the little motors and breadboards. They're like 30 seconds each.
So this one here.
This was the motor that hooked up to the rubber belt that ran those gears that moved the laser tray. You can kind of
That moves it in and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so this hooks up to the gears
Yeah.
that move it in and out.
Yeah.
But I couldn't hold the gears with just those hands. You can kind of see it moving that rubber. This is the disc motor hooked up to the breadboard. I think I put the disc on there in a little bit, but you can see it spinning there. And that rubber, this little rubber ring is what holds it on there essentially, just in this one, but normally it'd be in the tray.
And I did this one. This one would spin a gear that would also help to open and close the disc tray.
Yeah, this one's for the disc tray.
So my camera focus, you can see it. You can see it there.
Yeah, so this one and the other one were like pretty much the same motor. It's just this one had the smaller gear on top, and then the other one had that, like, here we can go to the next one. But it has like a tiny little inlet for that rubber that goes to gears. Are you able to make it bigger? Why they're purple? That's the inlet I was talking about that wraps around the rubber thing. That was one of my sketches. The second one was this this metal piece. It goes on the back, and then the ports were through here. With this actually, there we go. Through here with the ports, and then I took this one as well, and then the full back plate, which would go on, all three would go together, and then all the different audio, sound, or sorry, audio, image, and then display. Yeah. This was the part I did. It's not this exact one, I left the other one at home, but it's essentially the same. This one just has a gear on top, but it was one of the gears within the laser rotating. I was pretty close with the measurements. I never ended up converting that to inches, but the surface area, I was a little off. They had 3.5, I had 3.49 maybe. density. We actually all use the high density polyethylene because it was just the plastic that they used within it. We also, you're gonna see this a lot, we all had plastic parts, so they were both flexible and non-magnetic. The only struggle with this part was that these three, I thought I could just make one and do like a circular pattern on them, but this one's like offset compared to these, so then I had to do that. And then I don't know why, but it wouldn't, when I did my 4 views, the teeth just would not show up. But you can see them in the isometric. There were 81 teeth. So.
Alright, these are my pieces. So that was the display for like, I should just grab everything. Yeah. So this had all the buttons on it, where you would like just control the whole device, as well as a display showing like the time or whatnot, whatever you need. That up there was just this. I sketched it out. Another plastic piece, that thing in the bottom right.
That was the laser cover.
Laser cover? Okay. And this thing, I'm not, I didn't mean to get the dimensions and whatnot, but this goes on my piece. I was able to just white it out, so I figured I would sketch it out. Those are close-up pictures. That is my actual piece. I did have a little bit of trouble with these little lines that go around it. It was kind of hard to get it to like point directly at the center, but I was able to get it good. And then otherwise, there's not really that many dimensions. The thickness of all of these little rings, it's the same, and there's just a whole lot of like diameters and radii to be thinking about. It's it's plastic, not magnetic, it's flexible. There's actually a piece broken off bottom left, so I kind of just ignored that when I made it on shape. But yeah, it's technically low density polyethylene, but I had to put in high density polyethylene because on shape did not have it. So I want to say that's why my dimensions are wrong, but I think I was just wrong. On the left side are what I thought they would be, on the right side is what it actually is. So everything is much bigger on the left, even though in real life it's low density. So I think I did wrong on that.
These are the parts I sketched. I had the track for the DVD, the cover for it. I don't know exactly what that piece is. This was just like the base that covered like all the circuits and stuff. It's pretty easy. And then one of the gears.
Sorry.
The piece I did, like I said, we all did plastic pieces. It's just one of the sprockets that was used in the DVD player. Measurements, it wasn't very big, just small little sprocket. They were pretty close. The surface area, I'd say it turned out pretty well.
Did you just round?
Yeah. Kind of rushed through the dimensions at the end. I think if I took a little more time on them, they would have came out better for the multi-view. That's about it.
That's it.
Is that it? All right.